I'm an Italian soldier, an Alpino, just came back from my mission in Afghanistan. I was deployed in a military base in Balabaluk, in Herat region. Italian bases in the area are designed as FOB, Forward Operation Base, basically outpost in the middle of nowhere, patrolling the area and preparing the ground for more military forces. During the years we were involved in minor guerrilla in the area, even if in the lately years enemies' activity there intensified. In the moment I will talk about now the stress was getting higher, but the Taliban's was the least of our problems, even if we still didn't know it. Local population was in general if not friendly, not hostile to us. Americans don't involve too easily with people here, too serious, too menacing. Italians have a fame to be quite friendly, and not so dictatorial to civilians. That stereotypes Italiani brava gente seems to apply good here. Even so, people here don't speak or open very easily. So it was very weird when that night, an old man from a nearby village approached our sentinels at the gates. He looks quite shaken, confused. The sentinels made him stop in front of the gates, while the sleeping translator was awoken to speak with him. As second in command, I assisted Caporal Sergio Margarini while he took the old man in his tent to understand the situation. The translator, with us, had troubles understanding the babbling man. He tells his village was roamed. Dead people on the streets. His daughter, and wife, vanished. Asks for help. Sergio goes right to the point. Taliban's attacked today. Is weird, NATO intelligence signaled the area was less risky now. The translator spoke again, with difficulty, to the man. Not Taliban's. Something else. Something that shouldn't be there. Doesn't want to tell me who, he's scared to hell. Just repeat they need help. Sergio is perplexed. Aiding local population is one of the primary goal of the peacekeeping mission, but proceeding with so scarce informations could be very risky for us. I don't know, seems all so confused. We should communicate with the HQ, for operations like this we need authorization. But since this afternoon all communication are down, we are cut out. And is weird, it happens often in secluded places like this. But even the satellites' communications are down, and this never happened before. Maybe we should wait until tomorrow, send a unit in Herat and see what they say in HQ. I get into his monologue. Tomorrow could be too late if there are still survivors, waiting so many hours could be dangerous. If this man came here by foot, the village can't be too distant. An expedition could clear the situation. He thinks a bit, lost in his thoughts. You're right, after all. Waiting could only costs more civilian loss. Vincenzoni, wake up the others. You head to the village, now. The dirt road was dark, and the three lints went as fastest as the terrain condition allowed them to do. The old man stayed at the base, too exhausted to even move. Following the indication on the map, and without the assistance of the GPS, it took us a solid half an hour to get there, considering we got lost a pair of times before arriving. The village was on a low hill. Everything dark, the links barely illuminated the small streets of it. Upon entering the area, we could not see any signs of life. A lot of doors were open, but no proof of fight, or shooting. Nothing. An unreal silence enveloped the place, while even the nature was too scared to make some noise. Tenente Aldo Bisani and I were the first to get off the vehicles, giving order to the troops. 10 men in total, plus the 2 of us. First order was to inspect the houses in team of 4. The 3 unit checked every home, and no fucking people inside. An entire village, vanished in the air. While inspecting the last houses, one of the men, Ferrero, called me inside one of them. I think we got something here. As I enter the poor house, in the basically only room of it, I see a freezing image. A child, opened from neck to the waist, insides all around the floor. No signs of the head, but a sign of biting on the top of the neck. by an incredible huge jaw. Legs visibly broken. One of the men goes out to puke. Madonna, what in the fucking world did this? It was De Filippi, a carabinier from Naples that during his service witnessed corpses left behind by the Camorra. Never seen anything like this, never after Taliban's attacks. Ferrero, finished to inspect the houses and regroup in the village square. Outside the house, I'm trying to recap the situation with the troops. But even before speaking, I notice something is wrong. I can't understand what at first, then I realize. They are 11. Bisani next to me. I mentally recount them. 11. The only light source is offered by the flashlight on the helmet, so I take out a bigger one from my pocket. I whisper in Bisani's ear. There is one more, and you know is not possible. Help me recognize them. I order them to stay still, without telling the reason. They are nervous now. I point my flashlight directly to their faces. I mentally say their name. Bonelli, De Filippi, Tonelli, Rossi, La Rosa, Esposito and Ann. I freeze myself. No one noticed before because of the poor illumination, but the soldier I'm pointing now. He has no fucking face. He has uniform, helmet, but no eyes, no mouth, no nose. The moment I notice, the soldiers next to him, or it, notice the same thing, and start to scream loud. In the following confusion, the lights from the troops' heads start to shake, and the situation goes out of control. People start to shoot, while desperate screamings all around. What's going on? Porcadillo, what's going on? We all start to run, in total panic. I can't understand the situation. Confused shootings go on, they mostly just hit the walls, no good illumination. Other screaming. I just find myself in a lince. The vehicle is heavily armored, and except for a tank or an high caliber nothing can penetrate here. On the vehicle I find Esposito and Iacano in the front seats. We get locked inside. We can't see anything outside, all in the darkness. The lights caused by shootings illuminate intermittently the place, while the helmets' flashlights of the soldiers dance in the night, creating a stroboscopic effect. What's going? Iacano stares at me, looking for an answer I can't give. I don't know Marco, in the tension, I call him by his name, I don't know. Diocane. I don't see anything. We must stay inside here. Esposito, start the fucking engine. We must illuminate the area. Esposito isn't hearing me. He's praying, in Neapolitan dialect, and I understand almost nothing. Esposito speak damn Italian, I can't understand you. Esposito. He's catatonic. He saw the no-face directly before the mess would start, and just couldn't stand it. Is no use, I already tried before. The engine doesn't work. No light, anything. Iacano speak fast, out of breath. Meanwhile, the shootings, and the shouting, and I can hear another Linz's door closing, someone else like us found repair in a vehicle. And again, the silence. I lost my flashlight in the mess, and the ones on our helmets just don't want to work. So, we are also blind. Then we hear a voice coming from outside. Me and Iacano look each other in disbelief, as we recognize the same praise Esposito said before, but in a very higher tone. With even his same accent. Then, something start to furiously scratches the back of the vehicle. Like an animal. Big one. Then on the windows. We can't see what is doing it. The only relief we have in this very moment, is that they are bulletproof. We are safe, until we are inside. Minutes go by, as the noises go on. Someone, or something, get on the top of the Linz. We are scared to death. We stay silent, unable to even speak. Even Esposito. An hour probably pass like this, with noises of heavy footsteps outside. Suddenly strong lights hit the back of our vehicle. Is a big truck. With joy, we see is one of our own. And in that moment, my heart decide I just can't no more, and I pass out. When I wake up again, I'm in my tent, in the base. Sergio is there. Finally, you woke up. I was scared you wouldn't again. He explained what happened when I collapsed. Hearing shootings from our location, Sergio sent out almost every man in the base to rescue us. When they arrived there were no corpses. 7 of us were missing, the other, alive, still in the vehicles. Except for the bullets everywhere, and signs of big scratches on the links, nothing else was left to help understand what happened. NATO command, along with the Italian one, took it as a Taliban's attack on the village. Yeah, that's it. My witnessing, along Iaconos and the other ones was taken only as delirium caused by PTSD. We were sent home a week later, with a badge and congratulations by Republic's president himself. The first month here, we were hospitalized for psychological rehab. Esposito hanged himself in his room. Sometimes I still call Iacono. He's the only one I speak about all of this. No one else would believe it. We still don't know what happened, but one thing is sure. It's not the guerrilla fighters the real danger in those places.
What happened to the guy that came to the HQ? Did he ever said anything?
Honestly don't know. When I woke up in the camp he wasn't there anymore, and I didn't think to ask about him. Probably went Herat, maybe was questioned in NATO HQ, no one mentioned him to me. Maybe sent to refugees camp, I hope for him, even if his info would be useful to us. I doubt he would speak even under torture of what he knew. I was thinking about time when I got back in Italy, Marco asked me about him too. He was convinced that maybe talking with the survivors the man would be prone to speak. Who knows?